We'll see how benevolent I am as we get into the jerk list. And before I do, I don't need to hear from people who feel raw about finding their name on the jerk list. As I say each and every week, don't get angry with me because ultimately I didn't put you on this list. You put you on this list. Let it begin! All right. We talked to NHL Commissioner Gary Bettman last week. Very pleasant conversation about the state of my beloved NHL, his beloved NHL. But right at the end there, I threw a question his way. Who's better, Lemieux or the so-called great one, Wayne Gretzky? Let's hear that. Oh, wait a second. Who, in Gary Bettman's opinion, is the greatest to ever play the game?
Well, there's only one person who bears the name the Great One. And I'm a big fan of Gordie Howe's, and I'm a big fan of Bobby Orr's, but there's a reason Wayne Gretzky has the nickname that he has.
He didn't even mention Lemieux. Bettman didn't even mention Lemieux. Yeah, well, like I told Bettman, Gretzky may be the great one, but Lemieux in French, the word Lemieux means the best. Gretzky's the great one. Lemieux's the best. Bettman, thanks for joining us, but you're a jerk! All right, I went over on Sunday morning to talk to Joe Torre in the dugout at Dodger Stadium. It was a great thrill, sunny day, glorious time out there. And we'll play that interview for you tomorrow here on the show, so make sure you tune in for that. But I went in there. It didn't get off to the greatest start because he wasn't just sitting on the bench in the dugout. He was also sitting up on the back. He was more sitting up on the back of it there. So I went up there, and I said, hey, nice to meet you there. And I clonked my head really hard on the cement roof of the dugout. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can pick it up in the audio. Hi there, Joe.
Hi.
Dave Dameshek.
Hey,
Nice to meet you.
Good.
Wow.
I did that many times. Don't worry about it.
Off to a flying start. Thanks for a couple of minutes here. I don't know if you can make it out. Bonk! I bonked my head, and Joe, classy, says, I've done it many times before. He's never done that once. He was just trying to make me feel better. But I was thinking, what if I really did just knock myself out cold there and just passed out in Joe Torre's lap? Then that would be funnier. But as it is, I hate to do it, yours truly, but Dave Dameshek for almost knocking yourself out cold in front of Joe Torre. Jerk! All right, let's get to the Get Out of Jerk free card. Same as the Get Out of Jail free card in Monopoly. This buys you out any future jerky behavior. First one goes to Chris Pronger, defenseman of the Anaheim Ducks. Not just because his two goals helped Chichu and Teemu, my dream of seeing those two play each other in a series, the two greatest names in sports history. Chichu of the Sharks, Teemu of the Ducks. They could meet in round two. Also, he restored the pride of the NHL and of his homeland of Canada by doing a duet with me singing "Oh Canada." Oh Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love, in all thy sons command. All right, for time's sake only, we have to move on. I have enough. So, Chris Pronger, congratulations on that Get Out of Jerk free card. Secondly, everybody's giving credit to Kobe Bryant, Mitch Kupchak, Phil Jackson, so on and so forth. I'll tell you who deserves some of the credit for this Lakers season. General manager of the Memphis Grizz, Chris Wallace, for making that atrocious deal, taking Kwame Brown and giving us Pal Gasol. Hey, Chris Wallace, congratulations. You got to get a jerk free card. Back to the jerks, though. Pete Carroll, he joined us last week, and he and Rick Neuheisel both have signed off on my banner idea that they both go back to wearing their home jerseys when they play each other. It makes that great rivalry unique. Both teams in their home jerseys, they're both excited about it, and we're working on that, making sure that that happens, though. I did ask him just a few days before he announced who his starting quarterback is. Don't know if you've heard the news, but Mark Sanchez, at least for now, is the starting quarterback. I asked him who his starting quarterback was. Listen to this. The season starts tomorrow. Is Mark Sanchez the starting quarterback?
I don't have to answer that question for you, big fella.
I don't like that. He gave me the hi-hat. Big fella, me. Well, Pete Carroll, guess what? I'm doing to you. Jerk! All right, let's get to the creep of the week. Creep, creep, creep of the week, of the week. He or she is the creep of the week. I did it really fast because we're almost out of time before Clipper basketball. The last interruption they're going to give me. I had somebody else in mind, but now that they're interrupting me one last time, the Clippers, you've interrupted me since we hit the air 4.5 months ago. A late edition, the first time the Creep of the Week has ever been a late edition. Clippers for interrupting me all season, 3, 4, or 5 months long. You're the Creep of the Week.
The Jerk List.
No time for that. Back with Joe Torre tomorrow and a full show for the first time as we say goodbye to the Clippers and get you ready for the playoffs with the Lakers. Dave Denholm, talk about those Clippers to your heart's content. This is your last chance this season. In the meantime, thanks so much, LA. It's been a thin slice of heaven.